I literally had to come out here and give this message because it felt so important. As soon as I wrote it down, I saw 11:11. I need to remind you that this feeling that you're having, that this restlessness, this anxiety, there is something about it that wants to speak out loud to you. And I want to be here to remind you of that. You feel it, don't you? The quiet, creeping sense that something is coming. It's not loud, not sudden, just a whisper in your bones, a shift in the air. You can't name it, yet you know. I see you there, sitting with that quiet knowing in your chest, the one you can't quite explain. It flutters when you're still, tugs at your sleeve when you try to ignore it. This isn't restlessness. This might feel like anxiety, but honestly, it's just remembrance. You've outgrown old skins without realizing it. The dreams that once fit now feel tight at the seams. The life you built so carefully suddenly has windows where there used to be walls, and light is pouring in from directions you never expected. Life is pouring in. Light is pouring in. This discomfort, it's not chaos. It's the universe making space. What you're sensing is the sacred unraveling. That job, that relationship, that version of yourself that you've been carrying, they serve their purpose. Now life is whispering, let it go. Life is whispering, let's go, because there is more. The signs have been there all along. The songs that keep finding you, the strangers' words on the internet that struck too deep, the impossible idea that never seems to leave you alone, the sudden urge to turn left when you've always turned right. This, my love, is how destiny is knocking, not with fireworks, but with goosebumps, not with certainty, but with quiet what if. This is what's lingering. What you need is already here, not in some distant future, but hidden in plain sight. You keep waiting for a map, but life is giving you a compass. Small, true moments that pull you toward your North Star. The discomfort you feel isn't you doing it wrong, it's you growing. Like a tree must ache to reach the sun, your soul must stretch to meet its becoming. This is the time you're going deeper into the roots. What seems like struggling, this is the time that you're stretching the layers of soil and deepening your roots. So tonight, when that feeling comes again, that sense of something shifting, don't distract yourself. Sit with it. Ask, what is trying to emerge through me? The answer won't come in words, but it might come in sudden knowing in the shower, a forgotten childhood joy resurfacing, a path appearing where you swore there was only a wall. The change isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. Life isn't happening to you, life is happening through you. You're not losing ground, you're being rooted. You are being rooted. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and this restlessness isn't random, it's divine rearrangement. It's time for a renewal, it's time for a rebirth, it's time for a reawakening, it's time for your inner revolution. It is time for remembrance, not of past sorrows, but of ancient promises. Before you took your first breath, there was something carved out in your name, into the foundations of the universe. You have forgotten, and this is the time you are starting to remember. It is time for reclamation of every gift, every dream, every holy instinct you buried to please lesser gods, to please lesser people, to please society, take them up because they were never yours to abandon. And when this holy ache swells beyond bearing, it is time for your revolution. Not with your swords, but with your surrender. Not by your might, but by your breath in your lungs. The battle was never yours to fight alone. You're not late. You're not lost. You're being orchestrated. Now rise. Not because you're ready, but because the universe is for you. Not because you're ready, but because the universe is for you. That was my message for you. It came as a reminder from my own higher self, and it felt like that is a message that a lot of people need to hear. And I know that for sure that message is something you would fall in love with. That message is something that would remind you of yourself. That message is something that will bring home everything that you've been holding on to, that you felt like you had to let go of. It's gonna bring back everything that you hold dear to. And in all honesty, this is not a time where you're losing. It's not a time of endings. It's not a time of closing the chapters. This is a time where you remember how to write a new one. This is a time you remember how to open the door. This is a time you remember where your power comes from. This is a time where you enable the power that is already within you. And in my world, as I always say, this is the time for you to reawaken your inner Shiva or Shakti. This is the time for you not to be reborn. I did say that earlier, but this is a time for you to remember. That's my message for you. And I hope this reaches you before March 31st, because this solar eclipse, everything that's happening in the world, astrology, even if you don't believe in it, I know it's being designed for you in a way that's going to change everything for you. And I hope that all the hard work that you've put in bears the juiciest fruits in your life. This is Lenaisha signing off. May your forge burn bright.